Hey everybody, welcome back to Fantastic Comics. This week in comics, my name is Lewel, and every week I run down comics that I'm going to be reading, and you should too. So sit back and enjoy. This week we'll be talking about Generation X number 6, Spider-Man number 20, Star Wars Adventures number 1, and Sweet Tooth book 1. Generation X number 6 is published by Marvel Comics. It's written by Christina Strain and it's drawn by Eric Koda. This is a mutant book. If you're into X-Men, you should get this already. It features the students, and it also features Jubilee, who a lot of people like, and one of the main students there that people are into, I think is pretty cool, is Quentin Quire. All the stories are pretty quirky so far. I've enjoyed them. They've mostly been one-issue stories, which is great. You can just pick one up, and it really doesn't matter which one. There is no really one big story that's going on right now, other than it's the school operating as a school. I recommend it. It is a good read and it's definitely enjoyable. Spider-Man number 20 is published by Marvel Comics. It's written by Brian Michael Bendis and illustrated by fantastic Nico Leone. So recent issues of Spider-Man featuring Miles Morales as Spider-Man have included his father being an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. who knows his secret identity and has worked together in like a different universe, and then the mother finds out and she's all, you didn't tell me, you told me last. You mean Genki knows and your father knows and you're all running missions. So he's in the doghouse, the father's in the doghouse. He got real messed up by Hammerhead because he was kind of revenging because Bombshell got ruined by him. And she seems to like Miles Morales, so, or at least Spider-Man. I recommend it. It's a real fun story. Bendis is doing a good job on this. He usually does a good job on this. I kind of fell away for a little while, but pick it up. It's a darn good book. Star Wars Adventures number 1 is published by IDW Comics, and it is written by Cavan Scott and drawn by Derek Charm. So Star Wars Adventures is going to be an all-ages Star Wars comic book, which is exciting because the only other ones that have been around have been the Jedi Academy that Scholastic has put out, which are excellent. Again, I recommend those too. But this one is going to have 2 stories each issue on a monthly basis, and one of the stories in the first book is going to feature Rey, which is everyone's favorite, right? So pick up Star Wars Adventures, not just for you, but for your kids. Lastly, we have Sweet Tooth Book 1. It is published by DC, and it's written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. What can I say about Sweet Tooth? It is one of my favorite comics that I've read in the last 20 years. I enjoyed it from the beginning to the end, and if I was the kind of person that cried reading comic books, I would cry reading this comic book. It is fantastic. It features Gus, who is this antlered boy, and it's in a world where it's kind of post-apocalyptic, and these are the future animals, peoples that are going to be birthed, and human race is dying out. And his father, who has sheltered him from everything, dies, and Sweet Tooth has to join the rest of the world, and we do too through his eyes. It's fantastic. It's so different than the Vertigo comic books that were coming out during that time, which were all 100 bullets, or I've got a gun and I'm going to shoot someone. And Sweet Tooth is just fantastic. Jeff Lemire's the best. I recommend it. It's a paperback that is going to have 12 books, or 12 issues in each book, and it's just going to take a few spaces on your bookshelf. Get the book 1. You'll love it. I want to thank everybody for joining us this week. Please go out and buy some comics. Definitely look at Sweet Tooth. And if you're at all interested in talking about some of the comics that I mentioned this week, you can go down to the comments. Maybe tell me what you enjoyed this week, get a conversation going. You can also follow us on Twitter. If you do that, subscribe, hit the bell, and then it'll all be linked so you know when there's a new episode up. And we'll see you next week.